16 tonight is Ordinance 1511-40. This is an ordinance amending Title I, Chapter 15 of the Oak Lawn Village Code pertaining by adding a new section entitled Solicitation of Contributions on or through Village Property. May I have a motion on this item, please?
Motion to approve.
Properly
Second.
moved by Trustee Vorder, seconded by Trustee Olenichek. Discussion on this real quick. Elected officials often will interact with staff, and while staff are technically subordinate to management, every staff person wants to keep elected officials happy. And we had a situation which an elected official directly contacted dozens of village workers on the job, some of them multiple times, soliciting political donations and support. Personnel was flooded with comments like, I think it's inappropriate to send someone that at their place of work. I'm getting many complaints from employees. They all receive the email and are not happy. They feel if they don't contribute, they will be punished down the road. So as elected officials, we have a responsibility to staff to provide them with a workplace that's free of harassment and intimidation. So that's the spirit behind this. There was a question of the way it's worded, would it impact Girl Scout cookies, police club raffle tickets, those kind of things. And it references, Pat, the election code definition of contributions. So it would not apply to anyone who's not an elected official. So with that, any other discussion on this item?
Yes, Mayor.
Trustee Straight.
Okay, and I wasn't gonna really respond to the comments by Norm Lepeshu because I didn't really feel that they warranted a response. But given that you made the comments that you did now, I think that they do, and your comments do too. First of all, nice job on having him, propping him up, getting him up to the podium, and allowing him to enter into a 3-minute assault on me. I know that, if that was somebody else that was doing it on you or one of your allies on the board, you would have stopped it immediately. So obviously that's just how you are, and that's how you govern. So, and then, you continue. I guess, first of all, I'm going to say this about Norm Lepeshu.
Is he here, please?
No, he's not. And but you'll bring him back. I'm sure he'll be here at the next meeting.
Is it fair to attack a resident?
I'm not going to attack
really
him.
isn't. It really isn't.
I'm not going to attack the resident. Actually, I'm going to attack you. Okay?
Bring it on, Trustee Straight.
Can we get on with the business of the village, please?
And I think we should too. That's why I wasn't going to address it, because I think we should get on with the business.
Okay, let's
but
Robert, I stepped in for you, and I'll step in for the
You know
mayor.
what?
Let's let the trustee
You didn't
speak.
step in for me.
Yes, I did,
You
Robert.
stepped in
Okay,
for
let's let the
your
trustee
political.
speak.
You
I
stepped in for
Trustee
your political
Olenichek?
agenda.
Robert,
trustee.
now you know what I think.
Yeah, I
Trustee
do.
Olenichek, please.
Okay. So you know what? Look, again, I did not want to. I didn't think it was appropriate to get into the political debate, even though you allowed it for 3 minutes, and then trustee to my right went into it extensively in his report. And then whenever I tried to say anything in response, of course, you gavelled me down, which is typical. That's what you always do. And I'm not going to change you, because you know what? That's you.
Just gavelled him down to let you speak. You don't make sense.
Yeah. No, that's not exactly what happened at all. So, at any rate, so Norm Lepeshu did file a complaint with the state board. Now, he never appeared before the state board. Who did appear was your attorney, Mayor Barry.
He was your attorney at one time also.
But he was your
Trustee
attorney
Straight.
in the most recent complaints filed against you.
Council should we be talking about this?
This is.
How about
I'm not gonna silence him.
We should keep it germane.
It should be germane to the topic.
It's very germane to the topic. Very germane. You know what? And again, you do. His comments are political. Norm's comments are political. Your comments are political. But when I get an opportunity to tell the truth or to tell my side of the story, you don't want to hear it. Now, people get that, and that's fine. You've been doing it for 2 years. I know you're going to keep it up for 2 more. But at the very least, allow me to take. If you didn't interrupt me constantly, it would take me about a minute or 2 to say my side of the story. Okay, so.
That's why you had a hearing at the Board of Elections, to tell your
Right.
side of the story.
Okay, not a lot of back and forth.
And I did.
Please let the
And
trustee
actually,
speak.
And you know what?
He said it'd take a minute or two, so we'll hold him to that.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. So, he filed the charges or the complaints, and you know, they were filed by your attorney who represented him. Be really nice to know who paid for Mr. Nally, because Mr. Nally doesn't come cheap, very expensive, as you well know. So, and you know, I mean, he did a pretty good job, very aggressive, and I'm not going to really. I'm going to take responsibility for anything that I did. What I simply did is I put out communications that didn't include the disclaimer that says that you have to that these are. They said paid for Bob Strike. They didn't say, some of the communications didn't say that for a copy of our report, go to the Illinois State Board of Elections website, which is required. Now, those were electronic, by the way, and those electronic communications, you know, the world is changing. When I started out, we'd send out a mailer, or you'd make a phone call, and there weren't these rules. Now there's, you know, we're in the age of electronic communications. There's, you know, social media. There's new ways of doing things, and quite frankly, I tried some of those new ways with the website, with the newsletters, and, you know, I know the rules. So, but some of those communications, and I'm not going to blame anybody else, but sometimes staff doesn't necessarily know the rules. With the people that have the technological skill, which I lack, don't necessarily have the political skill, which I have. So, at any rate, so good job. You brought that up. You brought the charges. You know, I feel absolutely, I have no problem whatsoever that I am held accountable to that standard. And you were, by the way, too, and I think everybody else here was too. But that's,
Yeah, I think you filed a complaint against me.
I did. I got another
Yeah,
one coming
and,
too, by the way.
yeah.
So I could have served you tonight, but I'll wait till a couple of days
You
from now.
know,
But at
let's
any
keep
rate,
it to the
Call a
subject.
question.
no. I want to finish.
Thank you.
What I,
You know,
no,
we
but
have
you
a
know what, Mayor?
request to call the
Question's been
question.
called.
Now, look.
Okay,
look,
let's call the question.
Look, you know
Jane,
what?
call the
No,
vote.
you know
Next
what?
question.
No, I have to address.
Trustee Olenichek?
Yes.
Trustee Desmond?
Yes.
Trustee Carberry?
Yes.
Trustee Vorder?
Yes.
Trustee Strite?
I vote yes too, but I want to point out, I have a
Yes.
stack of
thank you.
communications here from
We're gonna
elected
move on.
officials sending out emails, Mayor, including you, by the
We're
way.
gonna
Including you.
move on,
But I
Trustee
know it was
Straight.
done for me. Nice job, Mayor.
Trustee Straight, I have no idea. You
I'm
know.
sure you don't.
Okay, where are we?